Hello, everyone. Welcome to This Day. It is Friday, and it is the last day of July, July 31st. Can't believe it. This summer is flying by. All right, we have no meetings to report today. And then on our show, we do have Jeff Parker back with us today to talk to us a little bit about some of the things going on here in our village, as well as to discuss some of the COVID-19 numbers. And then I sat down with Ron Ellison with IVC theater classes, so he wants to tell us a little bit about what's happening for the fall semester. Let's go ahead and go to our resources as we normally do, so we can give you all of the websites in which you can go to. You can go to ochealthinfo.com, cdc.gov, covid19.ca.gov, and then you can call the hotline, which is 714-834-2000. Now, of course, you could always go to our website, which is lagunawoodsvillagealerts.com, where we give you all of the updated information regarding Laguna Woods and the surrounding area. And then you can email us any questions you might have to info@lagunawoodsvillage.com. Let's take a look at our weather. It is very hot. Today we have 90-68, Saturday 89-68, then Sunday we have 86-66, sunny on Monday 85-66, and then Tuesday 80-64. So we're really not going to see any reprieve until Tuesday. Now let's go ahead and take a look at our travel weather slide. We have the beaches, if you are heading down there, a whopping 80-65, and the ocean temperature is 67, so it will feel delightful down there. Mammoth is 85-43, so 85 is pretty hot for Mammoth. Big Bear also the same, 85 with an overnight of 50, and Palm Springs is a scorcher, 116. But today it's going to be 119, and I'm headed there, and I think I might try and fry an egg on the sidewalk. In any case, let's go ahead and take a look at our sunrise and sunset. The sunrise this morning was 6:03 or 6:02, and our sunset was 7:52. And Alan, thank you so much for sending in this beautiful photo of Laguna Woods. It looks like a very refreshing spot to be, and nice and cool with all that shade. If you have a photo you'd like to share with us, please send it to lagunawoodsvillagetv@gmail.com. All right, when we return, we will have Jeff Parker. Stay tuned.
Ernest Hemingway wrote The Old Man and the Sea at 52. Satchel Paige was still dominating batters at 59. Celia Cruz was still winning Grammys at 77. John Wheeler illuminated our ideas of the universe at 70. And Roger Crouch was 56 when he first went into space. Your best is yet to come.
You may know AgeWell for delivering life-saving Meals on Wheels to homebound seniors, but did you know they keep seniors active and engaged at 10 modern centers? Serve nutritious congregate meals amid friendly surroundings, transport seniors safely to and from appointments, and provide much-needed equipment and other essential services. Now, this vital nonprofit organization needs your support to sustain its mission. This is AgeWell Senior Services. Won't you make it yours?
It's important for you to get your financial house in order. And so it breaks my heart sometimes when I see widows that come in with $100,000, $200,000 to their name, and yet their broker has lost $200,000 or $300,000 in the market when they shouldn't even have been in the market. The most satisfying part that I find in working with retirees is when they come in on their annual reviews and the market has had a bad turn, and we know that we can sit down and look at them and say, you haven't lost any money.
Freedom Village Skilled Nursing offers rehabilitation after surgery with our team of on-site therapy professionals. We are proud that our quality care measures are recognized by Medicare. We support you with your recovery with a caring staff and registered nurses around the clock. Freedom Village Skilled Nursing is conveniently located near 3 hospitals, open to the public, and offers private Serenity Suites. Call today to experience first-class care for your loved one.
Welcome back. As I mentioned, we have Jeff Parker with us. Well, welcome. Happy Friday.
Good morning to you.
I swear, I feel like I just saw you yesterday. It was Monday. Things are just going too fast.
Pretty regular schedule now.
I know, it is, it is. What do you have for us?
Okay, I'll start off with numbers. Unfortunately, what we have received in the last couple of days is that the Orange County numbers have been put out on their dashboard, and we have a little bit of concern that how accurate they are, and I'll walk through that. And the reason I say that is I think the numbers that you're seeing up there in the per case rates, that positive rate's still at 11.7, which is above the 8% that's being required by the state of California. And our cases per 100,000 are way above the 25. But over to the left, I wanted to mention that our cases at only 506, which has been good if in relative terms. We've seen a lot higher. But if you look down there, when it talks about the actual tests received, it's a minus number.
Yes.
And when there was a contact to Orange, is that they must have been a compilation of a lot of data that came in, and so they're just trying to figure out if they got it right. And so this is showing as a negative number, which it can't be, obviously.
Right.
So the real question is, if that becomes a positive number, are those positive test cases that are at 506, are they going to jump?
Right.
And get a lot higher? That's the concern we have.
Right.
Obviously, the other concern that Orange County is facing lately is over this last week, we've had a number of high death totals. 17, I think, is the second highest one-day toll that Orange County's had since the COVID-19 has been taking in numbers. So that's real unfortunate. On the good side, though, on the right-hand side, the ICU beds and the ventilators, that's number of available beds has gone up a little bit. It was down like 32%, and then got it now up to 38%. And the actual hospitalization of people is actually going down. And if you go to the next graph, if you can show that on hospitalizations, right there, you can see that that blue line is trending downward. So that's a really good sign.
That's a great sign.
And that's one of the key factors, obviously, because that's after the fact. Usually you get that positive test and then hospitalization's coming. So hopefully we're turning the curve again positively, that people are getting back to wearing the mask and doing that, and not as many people getting hospitalized. So
exactly. Exactly. In fact, it's not just Orange County that numbers are going down. I understood this morning that the entire country is going down. It wasn't a huge amount, but nonetheless, it's a lower number than what we've been reporting, so that's fantastic.
So that is good news, and we'll keep you posted, especially on Monday. I'll come back, and hopefully they'll have all the other information corrected, and hopefully we'll see a continued flattening or downward trend.
Let's
hope we want to get off that list, that California list. That gives the county and everybody a little bit more flexibility with regards to how they want to operate.
Exactly. Great. Thank you for the info.
So I have a couple other things, which is really good news. Starting tomorrow, and reservations starting this morning. In fact, as we speak, we're starting the reservation process. We're going to open up Pool 4, which is an additional pool. And this is going to be considered our kind of recreational pool. And what I mean by that, it's not swimming lanes. So this will be social distancing requirements, and you have the deck, so people can just, if they want to come out and hang out at the deck, they'll be able to do that within social distancing categories. And then in the pool, same thing. If they just want to exercise or they just want to lounge in the pool, they'll be able to do that. The difference is that this will be an hour-and-a-half reservation versus the 45 minutes where people were actively swimming.
Yes.
So that gives more flexibility with regards to that. So the first reservation, again, this morning, and last reservation will take up to about 4:30, from 3 to 4:30 this afternoon. And then tomorrow and through the weekend, you'll be able to reserve for Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. And then we'll be back here Monday starting that new reservation system, which will add not only Pool 4, but we're going to add some additional lanes to 2 and 5. So our capacity is going to grow with regards to how many people can enjoy our pools.
That is wonderful news, and with these hot temperatures this weekend, that is going to be nice. So better make that reservation right now, because everyone's going to want to go. Now, it's only for residents, though, no guests?
That's correct.
Okay.
We're still only residents, And again, that's because we want to continue to prioritize the safety and health and welfare of our residents here.
Exactly. Oh, well, that's great news, great news. And then we also went to doubles for the tennis and the paddle tennis and pickleball, and now you're opening up pools. This is really good progress, and I know it's been very difficult for everybody, and they're just dying to get back to a normal, but you know, we just can't do that right now.
And it's nice because we have these outdoor activities that we can, and fresh air is a good thing along with that.
Right.
So we're following the protocols from not only the state, the CDC, but also in those categories with regards to have a special activity.
Okay. Now, something that I had talked to you beforehand, which totally threw me off. I had no idea this was going on, but you're saying there is a coin shortage.
Yes, there is a national coin shortage, and this occurred due to the fact that people weren't going out, number one, so they were staying home, and so when they did go out, people were using ATM cards, credit cards, because they didn't want to handle the coins, because that was being handled back and forth between people. So people went away from using their coins, and as a result of that, a problem situation has occurred, not just nationally, but specifically for the village. We have a lot of residents that use quarters to use the laundry facilities. United has a lot of laundry facilities, Third has a number of them, and these people are saying, we're going down to Bank of America, we're going to our local bank, and they won't issue them any quarters anymore because they don't have them either.
Yeah.
So in order to address that, and we started looking at all our alternatives, could we shut the machines off, could we do this? But what we do right now is when we collect the quarters, we actually weigh them and then ship them off to the bank. We have dusted off, literally, our old quarter machine, which takes the loose quarters, counts them, and bags them into the little $10 bags, right?
Okay.
So we've cleaned that off. We actually sent the machine in to get repaired, kind of updated and cleaned up. That machine's due back today or tomorrow. So next week, I'm going to be able to tell you when we're going to be able to get those coins started to be, we'll collect them, we'll count them ourselves, we'll rebag them, and then we'll be able to set up a program where we can, probably using a couple of clubhouses, set up a program where people can come and buy probably $10, maybe $20 worth of quarters, so that we make sure that we have the capacity to supply everybody that has a need. If we let everybody buy $50 worth of quarters, we wouldn't be able to meet the need for everybody. So it's a combination of calculating that out and getting ready for it. So I'll have more detailed information next week.
That is the most bizarre thing I've ever heard. But I mean, it certainly makes sense that you wouldn't be circulating. Now, what about if people gathered up all of their coins that they had and they went to that coin machine that you could do at the grocery stores, and that, I wonder where that ends up circulating back in.
I don't know where that money's going, and I would suggest if you do have a lot of quarters, keep them, especially if you're using it, then you can use it in this laundry facilities, and then we'll reuse them and get them back out to our residents as soon as we can count them and make sure that we're accounting for them appropriately. We don't want to have a problem with the finances on that side too.
That's right, yeah.
So like I said, I anticipate getting the machine back today or tomorrow. And then next week we'll have the protocol for how we're going to get those quarters sold back to our residents.
All right, well that is a bizarre thing, but thank you very much for that information, and glad you guys were able to repurpose that ancient counter.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, thank you. Have a great weekend.
You too, thank you.
All right. Remember, boys, save your quarters. Start looking through the couch. You might find a few lying around. We'll be right back after this.
Most real estate agents stick to the 3 Ps of marketing. They place it on the MLS, they put up a sign, and pray that it sells. Laguna Premier Realty takes a different approach to marketing your home. From professional and high-quality photos, to high-definition video, single property websites, and 3D virtual tours. We will make your property stand out and, most importantly, sell. So whether you are looking to list your current home or find your dream home in the village, Laguna Premier Realty is here to help.
Welcome back. Well, today I am joined by Ron Ellison, who is here on behalf of IVC Theater. Well, how are you? How are things going over there?
You know, really nice. Thank you so much for asking. It certainly has been a different end of the year, but we're excited about the beginning of this year coming up.
Now, exactly when does the fall season start or semester start?
We're going to be starting the second week, or the third week, excuse me, of August, and then we go all the way through December.
Okay, so a little bit earlier than I think people might think. Is that normally when you start?
Well, you know, at Orange County Community College District, that's when we usually start. Yes, and it's been that way probably a number of years, almost a decade now.
Oh, okay. Well, that'd be long time then.
Yeah.
All right, perfect. Well, tell me what's happening in the theater department.
Well, you know, we have a lot of exciting things happening. 10 years ago, we opened our performing arts complex, and you know, we produce theater, music, dance, as well as support the community and the college. In theater, we have been doing 2 musicals a year, large musicals. Last year, we were very excited about South Pacific, and we brought in an equity guest artist who had actually done about 1,500 performances of Les Mis on Broadway, and he did Emile de Becque for us. So the quality of what we do on stage is you know, very high, and you know, we really enjoy every year just kind of pushing the envelope a little bit more and trying to really please our audiences.
Well, that's great. And I do remember you had talked a lot about the one performance, so that's awesome. So now tell me a little bit about the classes. So you have acting, musical theater, voice, and diction. So can you describe each one a little bit?
You bet. Well, you know, one of the reasons why I reached out this semester was because we're going to be doing, or starting at least, all of them online. And it's a great opportunity for people who, you know, want to improve but may not have too much time to leave their home, you know, so they can work on all of these classes in the comfort of their home. And in terms of the acting class, I have a variety of actors from, you know, students who are 17, 18 years old. Actually, sometimes even the high school comes up and you get some 14 and 15-year-olds. But on top of that, we have a lot of individuals who are, you know, enjoying working on their acting, so that, you know, they may be 40, 50, or 60 or more, because, you know, we really have a wonderful facility that can really, you know, support, you know, that wide diversity. In the acting class, I will work based on a skills level in each individual person, and then work on just improving their skill set, working with monologues, both contemporary, classical. And then with the musical theater class, and this is something that I think we've had a lot of people from Laguna Woods over the years. Remember, I've been here for 30 years, so I've known a lot of your Laguna Woods folks, and they're great. They come and do a lot of different shows. We had a huge contingent come out when we did Fiddler on the Roof. This last year, we had several plays that we were getting more people, you know, from the community coming out, as well as the community at large, all around the college. And in the musical theater class, we'll study Broadway shows, you know, and work on, you know, people who are always wanted to sing to people who really can sing and have done a lot of, you know, live performance. In addition to that, I've incorporated a new element, where I bring in pop rock songs, and with that we use tracks, and it's quite a lot of fun. We do everything from, you know, contemporary stuff going all the way back to, you know, the swing era, so that the students, as well as people who are, you know, who know the older genre, are having a good time. One of the things that I started about 20 years ago, and it's really been amazingly popular and reached throughout the community, is my voice and diction class. And that's where I'll work with an individual, and we have people, you know, who are practicing attorneys who come in just to sharpen up their, you know, their verbal skills, to actual you know, medical professionals, and come to the class. You know, everybody comes to that class because it's a great one just to polish up your public speaking, and it's a fun class. I also have a large group of students, who are coming because English is their second language, and the cross-pollination between everybody who's there makes it a real fun class. It's one of the classes that I taught at USC when I was there, many years ago, and brought it to actors who you now are, watching on television and on the movie stage.
Oh, that's great. Now, you've been in this industry for a long time, and as you have just mentioned, for about 30 years. Well, actually, that's just how long you've been teaching it. Did you?
That's how long I've been in Irvine.
Oh, that's how long you've been in Irvine. Oh,
yeah,
wow.
I was at USC for 10 years, where I built their musical theater program.
Oh,
directed
great.
a lot of shows, conducted a lot of shows, and I've worked throughout the whole community. As I had mentioned to some individuals this last week, I opened up the Equity musical series at Long Beach Civic Light Opera. I've worked at Cal Arts, worked at La Mirada Civic, doing some great shows there with some really fine artists.
Right. Well, you and many others are probably just really upset that we're not having any theater at all. I mean, Segerstrom is closed and everything has moved online, which is unfortunate, but nonetheless, there's still so many things we can watch online. I'm sure you saw Hamilton, right?
Yes. Well, one of the things that we're working on at IBC is that we really want to give everybody the experience that they've come to have. And so one of the things that Scott Grabau, full-time faculty who deals a lot in the technical aspect of the theater department, that we've put together, where we're going to look at some of the shows that we couldn't open back in April and May, and we're bringing them forward. And what we may do is we may do some Zoom performances, or the other thing that I'm pretty excited about is that if in fact that doesn't become something that is manageable, what we're going to do is we're going to put together a larger review where people can come and work on a song and then perform it, either out in one of our gigantic courtyards, where so we are socially distancing and we're really being quite real about the situation that we have,
Right.
but we feel that we can we still can do some performing, if not through the airways, in very large spaces on campus.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm sure things will be sort of a work in progress, if you will. See how it goes for the first few weeks. And then as you find you can do more, then you just are able to do more. So yeah, that's
Right.
kind of all of our hope, I'm sure. So if someone wanted to get in touch with you, what's the best way to learn about these new classes?
Well, it's real simple. What you can do is you can go to ibc.edu and then just go to the arts. There's a button there, you can hit arts, and it'll take you through all of the arts. You can then go to theater, and that will take you to auditions, and it'll lead you through a collection of classes that you can look at. The nice thing about that what we've done at IBC, at least in the theater department we've done, is we realize a lot of folks would like to take classes but not have to spend a lot of money. And so I've put several of my classes, the voice and diction class, the musical theater class, all on emeritus. So they can go in there and for just a few dollars, they can take the emeritus class. It's the same thing. We're teaching it side by side, but it really helps our new students, or I was going to say customers, because they really find a good deal for what they're doing. At IVC we bring in the top professionals. I came from Los Angeles. I brought a lot of my colleagues from LA, and we've developed this amazing theater department. And we're moving it forward with really looking to go out into the community and find ways that we can bring the community into our complex and really service their needs. Because a lot of times someone will say, "Gosh, Ron, I just don't have time to take a voice class," and I'll say, "Well, listen, it's online. So you can take it and you can do it at your own pace and really get some benefit of it."
Excellent. Well, I really appreciate you taking the time to visit with us. Have a good semester, and I certainly hope that you're able to open up a little bit more.
Well, thank you for inviting us, and you have a great year also.
All right. Thank you very much.
Take care.
And we'll be right back after this.
Hi, I'm John Bowser-Bauman. You probably know me best as Bowser from Sha-Na-Na, but I'm also president of Social Security Works PAC. And you know, when I'm in Laguna Woods, I always watch Village television. Grease for peace.
Our Friday movie is Star Trek Beyond. It stars Chris Pine. Very fun movie. I enjoyed this one a lot. So today it will be at 2 and 7 p.m. and it is Star Trek Beyond, and it is brought to you by Memorial Care. So make sure you guys check that out. And of course, the 2 o'clock one is always our subtitle one. So should be a fun, and it's going to be hot out, so just get your popcorn and sit back and relax and enjoy that movie. Also, just to remind you that the Lutheran Church of the Cross is having their event this weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It will be at 6:30 p.m. and it should be a load of fun. They're going to have a hot dog dinner served each night before the show, and entrance fee is just bring in a non-perishable food item. So that'll be something fun to do this weekend. Okay, let's take a look at our weather one last time. It is going to be warm, as I mentioned. Very, very hot today and tomorrow. There is a heat advisory for all of Orange County, especially the inland areas. 90, 68, 89, 68, 86, 66, 85, 66, and we don't really start cooling down until Tuesday. Have a great day in the village today. We'll be back here again tomorrow at 9 a.m. So join us tomorrow. Otherwise, have a lovely Friday, and we'll see you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Tip, toss, take action. Don't give mosquitoes a fighting chance.
RadNet is the nation's largest outpatient medical imaging network, providing thousands of imaging procedures each day. RadNet has recently been asked by local hospitals to help provide outpatient imaging services for their patients, and RadNet is committed to supporting those needs. We are available to take your calls and schedule your appointments. To schedule an appointment online, visit myradiologyconnectportal.com or visit our website at radnet.com.
I'm Dr. Beto, Doctor of Physical Therapy, and I want to share with you a Medicare program that allows safe, in-home treatment. No more crowded clinics, no more waiting rooms. If you or your loved one are suffering from pain, poor balance, strength, or have had a recent fall, we can help. Call Care2 Health now to see if you qualify.